Hey guys, it's Shay from Shay's Kitchen. Thank you so much for joining me for another video today. I am so excited because I'm at my grandmother's house again and we're going to be cooking with Granny. Today, we're going to be making butter rolls. Now, for those of you out there, you may not be familiar with what a butter roll is, but it is a Memphis, Mississippi thing, and my granny is going to show me how to make it. So I'm going to bring you guys along and show you all the process. Oh, guys, I don't know if you remember from the last cooking with Granny, she's so fast. Like if I blink, it's over. I missed things, so I almost just missed it. So what she did is she just basically poured the beaten eggs into the milk, and now we have a custard mixture. And is that the consistency that you're looking for? Should it be thicker or should it be about this? The dough is going to thicken it up. Okay. So see here, it's not thick at all. Like when I make my egg and milk mixture for my mac and cheese, is actually thicker than this. So that's something that I keep in mind, just so that I'll have a mental visual of what the consistency or viscosity of the mixture should be. So let's just keep on going and see how this comes along. So Granny, why do you like to cook? Tell me. Now you're on TV, so why do you like to cook?
It's just a habit, a hobby that I got from my mother.
Your mother?
Cooking at the age of 8, and I enjoy my kitchen.
You enjoyed your
I
kitchen.
enjoy the kitchen. And I had a large family, and I just love to cook.
It's a large family. How many? How many of you was it?
It was 10 children.
10
Mom
kids.
and
Mom and dad. And you had grandparents at that time as parents?
and always
Cousins.
cousins. And just family. Just anyone.
So basically you learned how to cook because you had to.
I had to.
And you learned how to cook large quantities because you had to.
Right.
Well, I understand. I fell in love with grandma's cooking at the young, tender age of 5-ish. And I have just been trying to follow in these footsteps for a very, very long time. All right, so now she's making her dough. And guys, I'm not gonna lie, this is something that I just shy away from, because I'll just let the food processor do it, because I just don't know the consistency. I make my biscuits differently because I honestly just don't know what she's doing when she's making this. But this is the dough. That's shortening, self-rising flour. I don't know how much shortening she put in. I'll just say 2 large tabs of shortening. And now she's adding more whole milk to the dough. And I think she wants this just to come together. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, guys, we're back. Granny told me to shut the camera off. She couldn't give away all her secrets. So she made up her dough. And now we are kneading the dough. So I got it. I see how to do it. And I'll tell you right now, it's not easy. But at least I know the process. Maybe I'll try it one day. Maybe not. But we shall see. And now she's just kneading out the dough. And I will tell you from experience that this process is not as easy as it looks here as well. This is many, many, many years of working in the bakery and kneading dough and breads and things like that all the time. So I will go ahead and attest that I know this is not easy, and I for dadgum sure can't do it as fast as she's doing it right now. I have to take my time. And also, kneading the dough is what loosens the gluten and activates the gluten in the dough so that it can actually be a little chewy. So you do want to keep in mind that is what this process is for as well. So it's not going to be a super tender dough or bread dough for these butter rolls, because they need to be a little chewy. They need to be a little, have a little bite to it. So she divided that big dough into 2 balls, and now she's going to just work with this one, and she's going to roll this out into, is it going to be a rectangle? A square rectangular dough. And I know that is because we're gonna have to roll these into like cinnamon rolls, and it is much easier to work with a large square because you get more cuts out of your dough than if you were to do it just in a circular motion or just no specific shape whatsoever. And we'll go ahead and show you how to do this as well.
Getting it
thin, as thin as possible and as long as possible, right? More cuts when it's long and thin. And when I say long, I'm talking about long this way, guys. Let me see, long this way. Because if I were doing this, I don't know how she's gonna cut it. And I know you're not watching this because you want to know how I'm gonna do it. But if I were to do it, I would roll this way. Roll it, you know, coming down, not this way, because you'll get less cuts if you roll it this way than you do this way.
You have to position yourself the way you want to cut this. Okay? I think that's thin.
All right, so it's thin. I'm just going to quickly show you guys how thin it is. So it is very thin. Okay, I'm going to put that back because I don't want to get in trouble. As you can see, this is not the cleanest recipe. So if you're one of those finicky people that don't like to get your kitchen dirty, this might not be the recipe for you. Okay, because it's going to be, yeah, but there's some people that they don't like to see all of this. They just can't deal with it. But honestly, guys, it is very easy to clean up, especially if you have one of those spatulas. I can't remember what they're called. You can just rake it all up with those flat spatulas.
Okay, you're going to add this.
All right. So this is where the sugar mixture comes into place. We're going to actually, it's very similar to the way that you would make a cinnamon roll. Seriously, guys, because basically you cover the top of this. Well, no, I don't know. I'll let her show you because yeah, I was about to tell you wrong. So let me just shut up and let's watch her because this is not what I thought she was about to do. So Granny, explain what you're doing. Let's walk us through this part.
Making the cinnamon roll. I'm making it
a long shape.
And I'm roll it over.
Okay, and you roll it. Okay. Okay.
You're going to sit it up on the roll. And you're going to cut.
Oh.
From the pan.
Okay.
Right pan from the...
Hold on, let me show you what you're cutting. So show them what they're cutting. So you cut it, you roll it, and then you cut it. Oh. I remember this. I think I saw somebody else do it and they did it differently, but I do remember yours being different than what I had seen in the past with people doing. So a lot of people make these where you spread this mixture all over the top of this and then you roll it like a cinnamon roll and then you go in and you slice it the way she did, but just in one big roll like you would do cinnamon rolls. Here, she's just doing it individually, making one single roll and then rolling it and slicing that down. So actually, there's a lot more nutmeg, butter, and sugar in these individual rolls than you would get it if it was just a regular cinnamon roll.
This is so large. This reason, but it's a large one.
Oh, this is hot.
The pan is hot.
It's got water on it. You need me to dry that? You need me to dry this out? It's got water.
No, it's spray. I sprayed the pan.
Oh. So this is the gigantic pan that it's gonna be, and I thought this was water in here. I offered to wipe it down because I thought she had washed it, but this is actually Pam spray that's in the bottom of this. Granny, do you want me to put them in for you?
You may.
Okay.
got to set it down on the roll so it won't unroll quick.
All right.
Did you wash your hands?
Yes, my hands were washed, but I will wash them again. Okay, so you just want to sit them down just like that with the bottom down. So I'm gonna, because I'm gonna help, I'm going to, okay, because I'm gonna help, I'm going to have to turn off the camera and I'll come back and show you what it looks like when the pan is full. Alright, so this is what the pan looks like completely full, and she's just dusted the top of it with a little bit more nutmeg. Apparently you can't have too much of that. And we did forget to add a couple of teaspoons of vanilla flavoring to the batter, so we added that. So now we're just going to pour this custard mixture over the top of these little butter rolls. And let me tell you, the oven is actually preheated to 375 degrees. So after we pour this over, we're going to stick it into the oven. And how long does it cook, Granny?
Approximately
2 hours on 375 degrees. So definitely wasn't expecting that, but she said it's a very slow cook because you want the butter rolls to absorb all of this milk mixture, and that takes a while. So we'll see how it looks once it comes out of the oven. Alright guys, so here is the finished product. This is the butter roll. So this all is custard on the outside, and there's a little juice that's left in it, but I cannot wait to dig into this.